Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing some recent purchases I made with Tesla stock, and then also some low-key moves that I'm going to be making this week as well. And so I have a plan for this upcoming week, especially for tomorrow. I'm going to take my cash to the bank, and so I have my cash in the bank account where I can finally transfer it to Robinhood, and then I can start making some purchases before we actually have Battery Day happening on September 22nd. But this video is also all about a recent purchase that I made with Tesla stock. It wasn't too crazy of a purchase, so just keep in mind this isn't like me dropping thousands of dollars, but it is another case where I'm just throwing in every single penny that I have at the moment. And so, like I mentioned in previous videos, I recently sold off some of my free stocks from referrals on Webull. Then I transferred the money from Webull to my bank account. Then I had to transfer it from my bank account to Robinhood. And so now I spent a little bit of that referral money on some more Tesla stock. So it was only a fractional share this time. But of course, before we get into this, as always, if you enjoy these Tesla videos, please make sure to smash that like button. But just getting into this, like I said, I did buy some more Tesla stock today, and it was a fractional share. So let's go ahead and check out that value. Nothing too crazy once again, I just want to emphasize that, but I still want to have that transparency there and tell you all when I am buying Tesla stock. And lately it has just simply been business as usual for me, in which when I have money, I'm depositing it into Robinhood and I'm buying fractional shares of Tesla stock. And if I have enough to buy multiple shares, then I do so. But with this most recent one, 7 hours ago, at 11:51 a.m., I only had enough for a fractional share. That was 0.2256 shares at a value of $402.03, and I spent $90.70 on a fractional share. So I bought that at a share value of $402.03. But if we look at the share price right now, it's at $426.16. So I've already made a really solid profit just off of that fractional share alone. And before I start getting into some other discussions around purchases in the future, and another move that I actually haven't mentioned at all yet on the channel recently, which is actually going to be a pretty big deal. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and address the share price for today. It is currently at an even $426 per share, and we've gained 12.58% in the normal market hours. That is $46.90 added on to the share price. And then now in the after hours, we are at plus 1.51%, and that's another $6.32 added on to the share price. So in total so far, counting the after hours, we are at a 14.27% gain today. That's around $18,165.88. So today has been a fantastic day for Tesla. This is really just one of those typical mind-blowing Tesla days where the stock just goes to the moon. And so this is what I love about Tesla. We have some really rough days sometimes, but then again, it really pays off a lot when we have days like this. So just getting into some more purchasing decisions that I'll be making in the future. Now, I've already addressed the fractional share that I bought today for Tesla stock. The reason I was able to buy that today is because it got transferred from me selling referral stocks on Webull. And so I'm also going to be making a pretty interesting move sometime soon this week when it comes to my Roth IRA. So I actually haven't discussed my Roth IRA previously on this channel, I don't believe, but I invested in my Roth IRA back in October of 2019. So I think it was like October 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, one of those days. And so I actually went to my credit union instead of using Robinhood. This was all before I realized that investing was actually just very simple with using a phone app. I actually went to someone that acts as a financial advisor, but I simply just got him to deal with my positions. So this dude basically acts as like my manager for my portfolio with the Roth IRA. So I have to talk to him whenever I want to do something with my position, whether it's deposit more money into my Roth IRA and buy a new stock, or if it's to sell my position, I have to contact him, which I have to admit now in retrospect, after I've learned a lot about investing since then, and after I've been much more familiar with Robinhood, when it comes to the future in my Roth IRA, I'm probably just going to use something much more simple like Webull or maybe Vanguard or something like that. But this is actually a pretty long story, and I'll probably give more context about it in the future in a separate video because this is an interesting interesting topic in which I learned a lot of different lessons, and I learned to trust my own gut for one thing. But when I went to this person to talk about how I wanted to begin investing, this was when I had watched a lot of Graham Stephan videos. I knew that I wanted to invest in an S&P 500 index fund, just something simple and safe. Like I said, this was at the very early stages of my investing career. This was the first time I had ever attempted to invest, which was last October in 2019. So I went to him and I said, I just want to invest in an S&P 500 index fund. And so he kind of gave his whole pitch about American funds and AGTHX, which is something that I ended up putting all of my Roth IRA money into, that full $6,000 into AGTHX. And then I put another $50,000 into a bunch of different American funds. I think it was like 4 to 5 different American funds. And so since then, of course, I've taken that $50,000 out and I put it into Robinhood later on because I learned my lesson and I started to learn a lot more about investing over those next couple of months. But I learned at least to take out the money from my taxable account from investing in those American funds. However, up until today, I still have that investment for the Roth IRA for AGTHX. And so up until now, I just really didn't want to deal with the hassle of it because it's not simple like Robinhood is. I can't just get on my phone app and, of course, sell a position or add a position. I have to call them and make sure that they answer. A lot of times they won't answer. Like with today, I called twice and they didn't answer. And then finally, their assistant called me back and I was able to do what I was wanting to do. And this all connects together. Trust me, it all connects with Tesla. But my point is, I haven't even really messed with my Roth IRA and this position with this credit union because it's just such a hassle. It's not like with Robinhood where everything is really simple at your fingertips and you have full control. And so like I said, this is a lesson that I've learned for the future as well, in which I'm going to create like a new Roth IRA account with another brokerage and have full control over that. So I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lesson. I don't like having to call in and request them to do something with my funds or my positions. But anyways, basically, I've been pretty lazy up until now in the sense that I just didn't want to deal with it because I knew it would be a hassle if I wanted to change my Roth IRA position. But I finally made an interesting move today in which I decided to sell that $6,000 in AGTHX and invest that into Tesla, every single bit of it. So right now, like I said, last year was the first time that I started investing. Therefore, that was my first deposit into the Roth IRA, the first year that I maxed it out at that 6K. And so I've made, I think, like $700 on that since then. Last time I checked, I think I was at like $6,700 from a $6,000 investment. So I have made some profits. And so today I told them that I would like to sell all of that and invest it into Tesla. Because another thing with these American funds that I didn't like is that they had some really high fees. And so you all know that my investing strategies have changed a lot, especially since December 2nd on Robinhood when I first began investing on this platform. But they've especially changed since I started investing with that broker. So finally today, I just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to call them up. I'm just going to deal with it, even though I don't feel like dealing with it. And it actually ended up being a lot simpler than I expected it to be. Of course, I had to call multiple times, but I finally got it dealt with. And so as of right now, all of that money from the Roth IRA for last year is supposed to be put into buying some Tesla stock on, I believe, Wednesday. They said I have to wait until the end of the day tomorrow for me to sell my initial Roth IRA position in AGTHX. And then on Wednesday, I believe that's when they're going to purchase the Tesla stock for me. So like I said, I don't like that whole situation with the Roth IRA and where I have to ask a broker to do things for me. I would just rather do it myself. So I like that control. And of course, like I said, I'm going to be doing things differently in the future with the Roth IRA, but that is one of those situations where I could redistribute my capital and get a bigger position in Tesla. So as of right now, my portfolio across the board, including both my taxable and non-taxable accounts, such as with the Roth IRA, every single bit of my portfolio is Tesla stock, of course, aside from these 3 stocks right here. So Roth IRA fully invested in Tesla after they get that position dealt with and done with by Wednesday. So I'll be doing an update on Wednesday talking about the progress for that once it actually goes through. So like I said, as of right now, I'm in 100% on Tesla if you disregard these free stocks. So definitely a bold move on my part, considering that a lot of people are pretty reserved with their Roth IRA. However, like I said, you all know how I believe in this company, and even with it being near all-time highs right now, of course we're still a little bit of a ways off from all-time highs, but you all understand that this is a big deal for me to still be buying this stock, especially at these prices right now, and especially when it's for my Roth IRA, where where people really want to capitalize on the best deals possible and the lowest points possible to grow it in the future. And of course, you don't have to pay taxes on that after you turn 59 and a half. You can withdraw it tax-free. So that's the advantage to a Roth IRA. But I just wanted to let you all know the whole plan with that situation right there, which is something that I hadn't really ever mentioned before. I have gotten a few comments in the past about, do I own any other accounts? So there's the answer right here. I own this taxable account that is basically 100% Tesla, and then I own 1 year's worth of a Roth IRA investment account. So I maxed it out last year at $6,000, and so now that is put into Tesla stock, or it will be by the time of Wednesday. So I just wanted to give you all the heads up on that. Not only share the fact that I did buy a fractional share of Tesla today, but also have that transparency as well, where I'm putting all of my Roth IRA funds into Tesla right now. So that's another big move. And then tomorrow I will be going to the bank to put some cash in to transfer to Robinhood and buy more Tesla stock. So I'm definitely making some moves right now. I'm definitely going to be buying some Tesla stock this week. And so this is just a company that I truly believe in. I think you all understand by now that I would not be putting 100% of my portfolio and 100% of my Roth IRA in Tesla stock if I didn't truly believe in it. And so there's a lot of advantages that this company has in the future, not only just the physical products with the cars and the solar panels and the batteries, but they're also going to be able to capitalize on a lot of digital revenue as well in the future and have some pretty solid gross margins with the full self-driving technology. And they can also capitalize on the fees for the robo-taxis. So this is something that could create billions and billions of dollars in revenue. And I think Tesla will eventually become a multi-trillion-dollar market cap. I honestly don't think it's going to be as difficult for Tesla to do that as people are expecting, just because at this point, in a matter of a year, they've already started doing so many different things that is helping them scale to a level that we've never really seen before. When it comes to production with the Shanghai Gigafactory, fast construction of the Berlin Gigafactory, and then we also have 8 gigapresses being constructed there as well. And then we have the 2 gigapresses in the Fremont factory. So Tesla right now is really focused on not only building more factories, but improving their efficiencies in the factories that they own currently to ramp up production even further. And so these are just a few small aspects of improvements that Tesla is working on right now to increase that production, to scale their business further. And then as we finally get to experience Battery Day and watch the event online, we're going to get a lot more context as to how Tesla is going to deal with the battery bottleneck in the future, whether they'll be creating their own battery cells, and some possible new advancements in the battery technology. So a lot of interesting things supposed to be happening on Battery Day. I'm definitely excited about that. But in this video, I just wanted to have that transparency and share with you all the fact that I am still buying more Tesla stock. I like to practice what I preach, and then I'm also working on selling my current Roth IRA position to put that into Tesla stock as well. In addition to that, I will be trying to go to the bank this week as well to get that cash in there so I can transfer it to Robinhood. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up on the things that I'm working on right now in terms of investing in Tesla stock. And so as always, if you all appreciate these videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400, and all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. Keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks, so it's basically just free money, nice passive income. But I just want to let you all know about that. But hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.